So I'm wearing my paint shirt and I've got paint in my hand, and you're probably thinking, what the heck does painting have to do with growing fruit? And actually, it's a pretty important step when you top work a tree to mark where the grafts are, and paint is a good way of doing that. This is a tree that used to be Irwin, and I top worked it to Carrie. And what I don't want to happen is in a couple years I decide that the tree's too big and cut it back and accidentally cut off below the graft union and get Irwin again. Now, it's one thing if you want the original tree to sprout back, but you definitely don't want to waste your work if you want it to stay the top worked variety. So today I'm going to look for those grafts, which some of them are more than 2 years old, and mark them with paint, and this should last for about 2 years. So let's get going on that. So this is the north side of the tree, and this I did first. I cut back the branch right here first, and you can tell after that first part of the tree was grafted, I went and covered this with paint. This is the only part of the tree that is painted. The grafts are painted, but we'll paint over them again because you think you're going to remember where you're grafting and where you grafted, but it doesn't always happen. So this is a new tool we got, and it seems to be a good tool for this job. So this was a late sprout out from this particular area. I think it's just going to always be wimpy, and I'll end up trimming it off. This is a grafting tape that doesn't ever seem to want to decompose. So I'll just put a little bit of paint on there. But see how this branch is growing a lot, and it's starting to get in to this space. So we really don't need this branch. But anyway, I hate to cut it off at this point. Now the second limb that I grafted over was this one over here. And right here is that graft, and over here is the other graft. So there were two grafts on this side of the tree. So that's one, and this one is the second one. Get the side of this one as long as I see it from this side. Okay, now this is the last one that I did. Oh, and my goodness, this is unfortunate. Lost part of the original branch to the hurricane here. This is the graft here, but I'm not sure if this is going to be with us for a long time, because there will be some rot going on down there. But I'll mark that graft anyway. And this is a more recent one. Get the buddy tape and the elastics off of there. Take off this buddy tape. And mark the graft. So on this tree we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 grafts. And a lot of people, when they top work a tree, if it's a small tree, you only need one graft and that will do it. And with these huge trees that Walter Zill does, he puts like 3 or 4 grafts on. So this 8 grafts would be slightly overly enthusiastic, as far as how much was needed for this particular tree. Let's go over to another tree that is a more recent top work thing, and we can mark those grafts also. So this tree used to be Tess Pollock, and I cut it back because we needed some place to top work a Seacrest mango too. This particular tree is a big contrast to the one that we just worked on. The Seacrest was growing very quickly on this tree, and so it was constantly needed to trim it back so that the new growth wouldn't, get blown off by wind and such. And every time I trimmed it, I would just use that for graft wood. So this has a lot of grafts on it. And I'll just start and we'll try and count them all, okay? You can count with me. So here's a little one. So that's number 1. Two. 3. 'Just finished painting the grafts on this tree. I knew there were a lot, but with painting I found out there were 54 grafts. So yes, it's a crazy amount, and some of them will be crowded out and whatever, but I enjoyed doing it, and it does make a very compact, dense tree right now, and we'll try to keep it low, and it has lots of branch ends to form fruits on, so that's a good thing. I also found some branches that needed to be trimmed back in there, so I'm going to go get a tool and do that. But anyway, painting your grafts after they have taken on a topwork tree is a really good thing to do. So we just used some old paint that we had in the garage, and in another couple years we'll come back and do these trees again. But it's a good reminder of what is the desired variety and what is not the desired variety. So we found out there's a lot of desired variety branches. So anyway, paint your grafts, and yes, you know, this was a crazy amount. You won't, I'm guessing, have 54 grafts to paint on your topwork tree, but good luck on all of your topworking and grafting projects.